Now, as usual, Darren Farwell of the Farwell Group is going to join us. And last Saturday, we learned from Darren about a widower's story. He explained how John is now prepared for the stock market roller coaster and this really chaotic time. The interview is archived on marylands.ca, as are all the previous interviews and shows. And I really want to learn more about that today because I'm tense about the market as well. So good morning, Darren.
Good morning, Marilyn. And you're tense, and there are a lot of other tense people out there. In fact, I'm sure no one's going to be surprised to hear that there really are a lot of nervous, anxious, and, well, frankly, even fearful people out there. People are calling with these emotions, wondering what to do about these markets ups and, well, mostly downs lately. And, the key that of course, it's perfectly natural and normal to have that kind of reaction. I mean, if you've been watching your accounts online, which, by the way, as I've said before, I do not recommend people do in a circumstance like that. But if you've taken a peek at your online account, it's hard not to get some sticker shock. This morning, I'm going to highlight a strategy that widows can use, well, heck, anyone can use, but widows can use to provide some backup confidence that despite the online or statement sticker shock, your income, the money you need to support your lifestyle, is tucked away, safe and sound. Carmela called me earlier this week. Her husband had passed away a bit more than 2 years ago. And while she had spoken with her husband's advisor a few times, they hadn't really done anything to rebalance their old portfolio for her new situation. So when Carmela peeked at her portfolio last week, the week when the markets were really down, and saw that it had gone from $850,000 to $640,000, her heart skipped a beat. When she called her husband's advisors, he said, well, the market will get better, just hang on. Your husband had always been a disciplined long-term investor, and that would work well for you too. Well, apparently, he didn't take the time to listen to what she was most deeply concerned about. Not so much the markets, of course that, but it was her income. Was the market crash going to impact her monthly payments? So Carmela asked her friend, who advised her to call me for a second opinion. And what I saw when I looked over her portfolio was it was a good quality stock portfolio, good for long-term capital appreciation, but not well suited for what Carmela was needing these days, which was a regular, reliable, tax-efficient income. If you're working with someone who understands your need for income and structures your portfolio properly, changes in the market value of your portfolio, the ups and downs that we're seeing in the market recently, shouldn't impact your income at all. For example, we use a strategy for our portfolios where 2 years of income, 2 years of your income needs are tucked away in safe investments that don't move around too much. Month after month, when you need the money, it's there, regardless of the stock market. The next 3 years worth of your income need is invested in income-generating investments to replace the money you're using month after month. And finally, any savings available above that are invested to grow over the long term to help keep your wealth from eroding due to inflation and taxes. So when the market moves, this part of your portfolio will go up and down, but it has no impact on your outcome, on your income. The strategy is called 1, 2, 3, safety, income, growth. Carmela said to me that a strategy like that would give her confidence that things will be okay no matter how it feels at the moment with the ups and downs in the stock market. And we know, we've seen recently, those ups and downs can be considerable, but they don't have to impact your lifestyle or your income or the legacy for those people and causes you care most about. Plan ahead with a strategy like 1, 2, 3, safety, income, then growth.
One, two, three. It sounds so simple, safety, income, growth, but it's like the technical things that we are scared to deal with. I don't like to handle a computer without having someone over my shoulder telling me I'm doing it right. So if someone needs you to sort of overview their portfolio and give them the reality of safety, income, and growth when it comes to their numbers and the money they have invested, are you going to be available?
Yeah, most certainly, Marilyn. I mean, the kind of turmoil we've seen in this stock market really has created a lot of anxiety, and it's normal and understandable. So, if people would like someone to talk to, we're happy, me and other members of the team are happy to spend 10 or 15 minutes on the phone. No obligation, of course, just to be there, happy to answer questions. So really, the objective is so that you don't make any big mistakes that are hard to recover from. And this is the kind of time where people tend to make those mistakes.
Well, and people have time because we are practicing staying at home. And one of the things we can avail ourselves of is your expert advice. So the phone number I always give out, it's probably not changed, 416-863-7501.
That's right, Marilyn.
And if someone wants to speak to you today, will you answer the phone?
I'm going to be answering phones today. My phones are forwarded so we can make sure we don't miss any as well. So Lisa will be answering the phone, but there will be people to reply if you give us a call.
So it's a good time to prepare for a brighter future. And if you're biting your fingernails and you're anxious by what you see on the news and the stock market's ups and downs, know that there's a 3-point plan: safety, income, growth. The Farwell Group and Darren Farwell know how to implement it. They can share the information and you can make decisions that you're comfortable with. The phone number again, 416-863-7501. Darren, thank you very much for that 3-point tip, and I look forward to learning more from you next week.
You're welcome. Always nice to be here, Marilyn.